here. What looks like we're going to be just sticking with the actual orders that they picked. No change-ups here. We got the Rosalina going up against the Chrom. It's going to be a bit of a problem when it comes to recovering, but the Chrom's going to be able to blitz and just put big damage on Rosa if he's not able to keep him out.
Yeah, no, he's got tons of tools that can let him deal with Luma without putting him in a ton of danger of getting counter hit from Rosa. That's a problem that a lot of characters have, but Chrom lacks the end lag in so many places, and unlike Roy, with no sour spot on that sword, you can see that he immediately gets juicy knockback on that Luma.
And just playing right into we were talking about right at the beginning, as soon as you get an opening with Chrom, especially against a big character like this who's floaty, doesn't really have the best escape options, you capitalize as quick as possible. Get that damage on.
There we go, though, knowing that that jab on hit for the Luma, definitely able to grab that. You were saying that recovery is going to be a problem.
And that's the abysmal part about that matchup is that you can go and get 70%, but you can die at 0 because you either overextended or that recovery. There's no hitbox on the way up, and you have to deal with it. And now this one's going to be a problem because you can't zone as freely because you got the Galaxy Pool.
I mean, and with Toon Link, honestly, you're just looking to get those reliable kill confirms, right? But most of them come off of the projectiles. And like you're saying, Rosalina has definitely got the tools to deal with that. So I'm wondering if maybe we're going to see Potato kind of try to anti-air White Glove special here.
It looks like he's trying to play a little bit more in the mid-range zone so he can look for those bomb confirms. He's been trying to look for the bomb to up air. Instead, he's going to get the trade with the fair, smack her out of existence, and we're going to see the Jigglypuff.
That was just the slap. It was literally backhanded sword throw. He said, get this goddess out of here. Now onto the Puff. And this is kind of hard because Young Link, or Toon Link, I guess Young Link also, but Toon Link especially starts pretty much everything out of the air, and it's so impossible to lock down a Puff in the air, and you barely able to make that back.
Exactly. With the fact that most characters struggle to deal with 45 angle approaches, you got Jigglypuff who just approaches you with that nair and then 50-50s you and goes for a pound. And with Toon Link, the Links love playing with their item game, waiting for the boomerang to come around, you attack on shield, and then punishing accordingly. But that up beyond shield right there is going to be one of the best get-off-me options if he reads that they overcommit. Otherwise, a rest strike come.
Yeah, it comes out quick, and it's got some power. You know, here at the ledge, he'll come close to killing this Puff, but first thing White Glove Special's got to do is make it back to the stage, and he certainly got that with the bomb in hand, able to cover himself, and there's the mix-up, too.
Yeah, good route there, going very low because he saw that Potatoe's been very confident and wanted to go off stage like so. You have to, when you're playing Jigglypuff like that, look for those high recoveries and get that back air.
Yeah, it was a committal recovery there, too, from Potato. I mean, going for the directional air dodge there is, I think, what got him killed. If it was a neutral, may have been able to avoid the Puff back or maybe even challenge it. But in any case, he's onto the Pichu now, which certainly got plenty of kill power to take out a Puff. Backer's almost able to do it, even without any rage.
Yeah, one of the few characters that could definitely play up close with the Jigglypuff, but don't even need to worry about it too much. Putting the hitbox off stage is going to cost you. Forward smash going to close it out.
The reason that forward smash works so well, too, is because Potato noticed, okay, this Puff doesn't want to go to the ledge, you know, wants to fade in with the aerials, as most Puffs are wont to do. So I just thought this forward smash, it's super safe, and I get a kill off of
this. In game 1, too, that's good to do because you want to make sure, are they able to punish my aggressive approach? So you probably see Potato go to the ledge next time in the second game because he definitely seems like he's got that mindset for it. I like the fact that he pushed Bomb up closer because if it happened to tick or just kind of hit Pichu, he would have been able to get off back on stage.
But now with the bomb out of play, this opens up the door for Potato to start doing some damage.
Potato definitely had the read on that air dodge, but the platform's going to save White Glove Special, giving him a second chance. And the immediate tech off that platform. Good, digging deep, holding on to make sure he wouldn't get caught.
Air dodged.
And Potato's going to end up air dodging. That is not the way that he thought that was going to end at all. He had such a good ledge trap going, but W goes to White Glove Special.
I mean, that Link recovery is so, it's almost impossible to challenge. Like, I'm not going to lie. If you've seen that thing, one thing we didn't see at all from White Glove Special, it wasn't really necessary, but one thing you can do with that hero spin is if you turn that around off stage, you can still grab it from the back end. You're killing a Pichu, probably given like 50-60%.
Yep, for those unfamiliar with the matchup, I hope that you've run into it by now. That reverse of hero spin on its way up just drags you off the ledge. You thought you had a ledge trap, and then you die. And for Pichu, like you just said, like at 50%, especially if you're not DIing, that's really frustrating to deal with. But instead, ended up just going to the air dodge.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, not knowing that you don't have to buffer the air dodge, you're almost never going to get hit into the stage, even if he's facing towards it. Yeah, buffered air dodge is unfortunate, but we do see that an adaptation is at least going to be attempted to be made, maybe in the character select screen here from Potato, because he's going to the Fox to make one replacement.
I'm actually surprised they decided to go Fox here because I guess he feels a little bit more comfortable with the Fox matchup at the start against Rosalina. but the Pichu was doing well, and it's like it was an accident that cost them the game at the end. But the Fox now runs into the trouble that the other characters have, the recovery. Yeah, it's pretty linear, and now you got even more more attempts that he could go for off stage at White Glove Special.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing you do get over, like, I guess having the Pichu, if you're more comfortable having that, is with Fox, you get a really good way to deal with Luma, because that dash attack at those middle percents you can see will send Luma into a little bit of hit stun, and you get the chance to open up Rosalina a bit. You're so fast that she doesn't have time to react, so...
Yeah, exactly. I think that it's playing right into what we thought. At the very beginning here, is using the dash attack, just wanting to deal with the Rosalina at the start, so that way the Chrom could actually play much better in the later game, and it worked perfectly, only taking 32%.
I'm amazed that ledge trap worked, too. Normally you see Foxes play a little bit more patiently at the ledge. They won't go for the big options, because you know what happens if you miss that at the ledge. You get tossed off stage, and then you're probably dead, but definitely worked out for Potato right there. Now he's going to have to deal with the Link.
Oh, you know what? Now I'm wondering why the Fox wasn't used in the first game. This Fox is cooking, and it's working so much better for him by comparison to the other characters. Granted, he did just get hit by that, but that was just bad landing. Like it looks like he's much more comfortable with these burst matchups by comparison with the Fox.
Yeah. And now against the Link, too, you know, again, he's not going to be able to do too much at the long range. You're fast enough to be able to maneuver around the projectiles, and you can get in so quickly that, you know, dealing with the boxing game isn't as big of a deal, but the ledge trap is going to be the biggest problem for Potato to get around, but he's done it now.
Yeah, that was a pretty good setup that he had. He had the roll covered, he had the jump covered, but because he decided to pull the trigger a second early, on his way back down, Potato was able to react and get himself on with the illusion.
Oh, reflecting that boomerang back, a big tool in the matchup for to be sure. Another one comes right out looking for a combo, but since it's grounded, not going to get anything. Suddenly White Glove Special is sweating.
Yeah, that Nair going to get him out of dodge, but this has been really rough, and he ends up using the jump there. Falling through the platform is going to cost them. Even if he landed on there, the up smash going to hit through.
It's a big old move, and now you got a 2-stock lead right now for Potato, and it could go down pretty soon. Puff's got some pretty raw, powerful moves, but we'll see.
So surprisingly able to get through, but the Nair on his way down is going to end up closing the stock out. Looking very similar to what we mentioned in the last game, where if you have that 45 angle approach, they put the Nairs out, they put the quick fairs out, and they make you respect it. And then as they've established that, they go for the 50-50 mix-up with that pound. He almost got the shield break there.
Yeah, you got to be so careful, man. And there we go. The pound comes out again because, I mean, if you're White Glove Special, you're looking at this, you know that this is your safest pressure option. There we do see that reverse up B from Potato. He's actually the one that's pulling it out because he knows a Puff at 79 might be going down.
Yeah, you know, at one point or another, you just get a really good read. But here's the thing. White Glove Special is completely turning this around. It gets knocked to the right off the back hit of the left-hand side.
Literally on the backswing. I've never seen a thing like it, but now 102 is a Puff. We're looking like we might be heading to a Game 3, given how that Chrom looked in that last game against a harder matchup in the Rosalina.
Yeah, if you finally get through this this Toon Link here. I mean, granted, this Puff has been putting in amazing work since it's gotten in, but you're going to be at kill percent to pretty much anything. A sneeze will take you out. The Chrom is going to be very frightening.
You saw what White Glove Special did there, though. He used that throw armor to get through the bomb while it was falling out of the air. Really, really smart idea to keep himself in the advantage. 110%, though. Definitely got to find a way to take down this Toon Link now.
There's a very good match going on here. I'm really loving the mental awareness between these two, and that is the stock gone unless the bomb could possibly go off.
No,
he does not have the bomb in hand.
He is gone, and now, you know, it is Chrom. You just need one move. That's all you need, just one. You see White Glove Special, he's laughing at that too. He's like, damn, he really just came off of the angel. He's still laughing.
Like, you know, dash up, dash cancel left or something like that, right? Like, sure, hop fair. Nah, I'm just going to run up to you with my invincibility and just F smash.
And just F smash. I'm going to throw, I mean, it literally looks like he's casting a fishing rod too. It's like, I don't care if you say that I'm fishing. I got to catch today.
Definitely not the old rod, super rod coming through and closing it out for him there, but let's see if he can make sure that he closes out the next game here. Much better game from Potato there with this. And we're
another
put the
change.
Fox away.
After all the work the Fox did.
My friend, my boy, that Fox. Okay, there we go.
Still keeping it. Still keeping it.
He got his headphones on, so he can't hear us or anything. I don't want to coach him, but like that Fox put in so much work, and we're gonna be seeing the Falco now. I think as the match has gone on, you can afford to do this with Squad Strike. It's like, you know what, this piece of the equation hasn't worked, and for him, the Toon Link hasn't really been the successful part.
Yeah, the Toon Link is definitely just, I mean, mostly against all of these characters from the White Glove Special, you're not getting the command of the air that you need to get those confirms off of the bombs and to get your kills. So I agree with the idea of going, okay, well, with Falco, I can at least get, these reliable 50-60% confirms and just some really powerful aerials in general. Like, if he wants to play an aerial game, he wants to get the kills off of there, Falco's going to give him that raw power that he needs.
Yep, and I actually agree. Granted, it seems like Potato might have gotten the read on it, too, going into this next game. But I agree with starting off with the Jigglypuff because it definitely has been the hardest thing that Potatoes had to deal with, and he almost got run back on just because of the Jigglypuff. But you could do all the combos you want, but 26% is going to even it right away.
Yeah. Definitely the the soaring slash, man. If you're not a real Chrom main unless you immediately, like, if you're playing friendlies, you hit the soaring slash, every Chrom main goes, hey, 27% by the way.
You're not a real Ike main, too, if you're not really upset about the fact that they have 26. Well, we got 18, but anyways. All right, almost taking him out with that up air, but luckily Battlefield kind of giving him an extra chance.
And Potato definitely trying to show what should have happened, or what did happen in that last game was not a fluke.
Yep.
By saying, look, I got a sword. Puff is going to have problems with this. But we're seeing that mostly because he hasn't been thrown off stage, and I can't believe that confirmed.
And the simple thing that, you see Potato running around just kind of throwing jab out, but it stops exactly what White Glove Special wanted to do. You want to approach with that aggressive nair. It just stops it. You want to try and find your way in. It just shuts you down. And then every time he tried to get aggro, Potato was already in place to shut it down.
Yeah. But now we see the Rosalina coming out from the White Glove Special, and from a strategy standpoint, I love this because Jigglypuff really only loses to the Chrom, like, super hard. And so if you put the Rosalina behind that to, kind of punish Potato for leading the Chrom, or at least give yourself some coverage, I think that's a really smart play. And however, Potato's Chrom looking really clean right now.
Yeah, I still think that this game, just the way it started, there you go, to close it out. I think the way this game started, it was really in favor of Potato right off the bat because he got the read at character select. Sometimes you can make or break a game in some games just by who you pick on your lead point. Able to keep it even, though Potato looking much better now that he's got onto the Fox.
Yeah, definitely looking clean against the Rosalina already. Got some really nice juggles, almost a stock as well. Now we see 40% built up already, and this is enough to get the Fox off stage and really do some damage to him. But first thing White Glove Special's got to do is land, and landing on that platform is dangerous against the Spacey.
And you got to be careful if you're White Glove Special when you're doing these double jumps directly above Fox, too. Because if he's patient enough, he waits for you to expend that double jump. And then what's your escape option there? Air dodge? I'm going to react to that. If you try to up B, well, GG's, that's your stock. Oh my God.
Well, we saw that in game. We saw that in game 2 right off the bat. And man, I mean, I don't blame Potato for going for it again. Just wondering, how many times are you going to hit that? Instead, you go for the more traditional reaction ledge trap that we know Fox for and bring it down to the Zero Suit.
Now, if there's a matchup I happen to have quite a bit of experience in watching, it happens to be these two, Fox versus Zero Suit. The big thing is, can he maybe get him with a nair at the ledge? You know he's going to be looking for it pretty soon. But he's instead going to get aggressive, go after these Fox illusions, and gets him on the roll with the flip kick. We are down to one character apiece.
Man, that was so good from White Glove Special, too, because he really was just able to pick up on all the timing from Potato out of disadvantage. That's why he got the kill, but all of a sudden it looks like Potato might be the one getting the kill if he keeps up these combo strings. Battlefield is such a great stage for him when he's got the Falco online. Maybe that's why he chose the Falco.
I think that might be part of it, too, because even though Zero Suit succeeds on this stage as well, one of the things that you talk to Falco players in general is when you can have the one-player game, you have stages like this. You constantly get to reset on these platforms. You get to chase them down with these high jumps. And right now, White Glove Special is currently being buried in the corner.
And how do you get out? That is the thing. Boost kick, not going to be able to make it back. Needed to use that down B, the flip kick, to make it. But